And good afternoon. This is the Bright Gaming production. My name is Douglas. I'll be your host today. We are going through the game Cole LLC, kind of starting off the genesis of this channel and the hopeful bright future with just a little bit of gameplay here, testing out systems, running into problems, correcting them, and hopefully getting some feedback from those who may be joining us or those who catch this video later. In short, learning the process, going through the paces. Reviewing my first live video. A number of things caught my eye. I hope to improve on them, namely the alliteration of my words. If you guys could be so kind in the chat and leave a comment to this video, whether or not you think I am clear to listen to, whether it be microphone or just me speaking too fast, I'd love to hear the feedback. Other than that, hop into a game here, see where we're going, see what we're up to. Pick a choice and we'll go from there. Just talk about the game as we go and see. Try the Orbis. Never try that. See what the circumstance is. What are our choices for equipment here? We have orbs. Orbs are the choice for equipment. Part of the most recent update for Cole LLC, and in truth, I don't know what this type of attack is. We'll find out together. Hop into a game. Here we are in Skymine. Not quite sure how this interaction works just yet. I'm jumping to be in range, but the in range is this orb does, I guess, link damage to the squares it has in range of itself. Very strange. Yeah, like I said, this is going to be a learning process here. Just holding down the attack here. So it just kind of does damage. Okay. Very strange. I'm a little bit quiet, only for the need to try to understand better what it is I'm actually looking at and the progress of this whole scenario. Can't even afford the first upgrade. Very interesting. You know what, let's go back and do a main menu reset here. Let's try the same type, this Orbist, as a game type. Let's play the standard map here. I think Skymine might be a little bit tougher, and there's no question my ignorance as to this type of attack will play a factor. One second, I'm checking something. The Testing chat to make sure it's working. Yep. Let's talk to myself here just because. Testing chat to make sure it's working. All right, excellent. Okay. Also, this is going to be a multi-game variety channel. I'd like to play a bunch of different things as time goes forward. So I'd like to have some suggestions in the chat if people are willing to put in a request, maybe something they may want to see, maybe game types, genres. I may not want to play those games specifically, but there's no harm in hearing some feedback, and maybe I can find a new game type I have not played, and we'll give that a shot. All right, we'll just start here first, day one. Even if I hold this up above my cursor, it gives me more damage rate. Seems like it splits my damage. Such a strange attack type. Figure this out. It does attack on multiple targets, so it might be something that will be better and better as we go forward. Just holding the attack down here, kind of letting this ride itself out. Can't really direct it insofar as I can hit it with a pickaxe, right? This is not the exact same angle. So we're just kind of, for lack of a better option, riding the lightning. Alright, well, that was a better attempt than the Skyline. Certainly easier just to let gravity start us off. No upgrade is going to be available to us in day one here, even though we had a pretty good start. Still the shoddy orb. Alright, well, we know where to go next. More. Lock myself out. Uh. Can I jump from here? Yeah, be safe. Trying to get 80 coal this time around. Don't want to do anything fancy. Just meeting the quota. Get some additional money. Hopefully we can bring that into some benefit to get to the next tier. Obviously damage is a concern here. Calm down the attack the best I can. Not even going to be enough for quota, I think. Oh, short by 1. Ha! Boom! Great. That's alright, let's try this again. New game, standard. Down to the Orbis. Just gotta learn how to play this one. Alright, looks like we have a decent amount of coal below us here. Let's just try to focus on getting those squares and we'll go from there. No harm in learning the playstyle. Don't have to be experts right out the gate. Figure this out. Let's talk about the channel a little bit. I'd like this channel to be a community to play games with, bring the members who like to participate in the game with me, maybe find some cooperation game modes across different types of games would be great. I'm a big fan of Factorio. I think a multiplayer Factorio game is always the more fun choice. It is the case I enjoy the new game Riftbreaker, and wouldn't be against playing some Battlefield 6 from time to time. We'll look at some other choices. Astroneer is a great game. There's certainly a number of different options out there that would be a fun choice to play with community members. I do find it interesting that with so many games out there, it can be tough sometimes to line up times, but I think we'll be able to do that as time goes on. Beyond that, though, this is hopefully going to be a channel where we're also going to bring in the question of, like, how to game. What's the most fun? What's the best practices? Why we would choose one thing over the other. I do think that the world of gaming today in indie development is certainly a really cool area. There's a new game coming out being generated by Level Cap Gaming. He's been a long time streamer on YouTube, a lot of first-person shooter stuff, but he does some other content as well. And he's developing a game called C Beams. That's the letter C hyphen beams, as in support beam, or laser beam for that matter. And it's a space game, a little bit of a top-down adventure. It looks really cool and intriguing. He's been putting out some development blogs as he is working with people to put the game into action. I think that game is going to be something I want to squarely be a part of. If anything, what opportunity, I don't know. But definitely want to look into it and make sure that I could maybe get a key somewhere down the road, or just be a part of some of the gameplay itself. I know it sounds strange, but I think the game is going to be really fun. And I think that would also be the aim here in the channel. Having some fun. All right, we're digging down a little bit here. A little bit more success time around, trying to get the angles correct on what we're trying to achieve. I haven't got any upgrades yet. My goal here is to get as much as I can this first little bit and really just kind of run it into the turn in last second. I don't think I'll be able to fill my inventory up that many times anyway. And the damage here does seem a little on the low side, so it may be the case it's a little undertuned. That's okay. Let's see what's going on here. Forgive the sniffles. Went through a nice little allergy tirade. I'm not going to get enough either this time around. Come on. Man. Boom again. Pop goes the weasel. Good start. This is a good start. All right. Sip of coffee here. And by coffee, I mean cold brew, Stoke, the espresso, no sugar added, with some lactose-free milk from Costco. Just smoother, easier, lighter. No additives other than that, no sugar. All right. Well, good. I'm glad that this ends up being a challenge as opposed to something we're just mowing through. Again, I think we should try the standard form here. I know we're trying to achieve. Might be necessary to do a little map hunting. What am I doing here? Just gonna hammer this down as much as we can. A lot of coal here in this corner. See if we can get as many as we can. Sorry for the sniffles here. I'm battling a little bit of a sneezing attack earlier. I briefly mentioned just that time of year. Live in the Midwest and things are growing, things are dying. It's cold outside, it's not cold outside. It's a little bit everywhere on the map right now as far as season goes and the types of things that are growing outside. If you know, you know. Good stuff around the nation, though, as far as baseball started. Always great to have spring training finalized and we get to see the new ABS. Good stuff there. World conflicts, obviously a lot going on out there. The United States is struggling with some internal domestic stuff, but also a lot of world things going on. We are very much a part of. As much as we do the gaming side of it here for the channel, also want to get into maybe discussing things on a different platform, still within the Basil production side of things, to discuss the bigger topics of life. Certainly get into the details of that as the time goes on, but I want to make this Basil production overarching as something we can come together and speak to the uniquenesses of life and continue to move forward with having a conversation. I think the biggest heartbreak of the 21st century is that we're all connected and yet we don't actually discuss things. We don't talk about the conversations and the hard table talk sometimes that we probably should. We are more connected today than ever, but we're also farther apart than ever before because we just don't take the time to hear perspectives and the other side of the coin. But that's bigger picture thoughts for another day. I just wanted to lightly glean that as something as like an overarching goal and hope I have for this channel as a potential growth area in conversation with you, the community members watching now or later as we go forward. I am interested to know how this damage works as far as a model goes. Is splitting damage fully between all of it? Is it better to have less targets? More targets? Does it charge up? Don't know the answer here. Gotta break these. I'm not gonna get enough. And oh, messed myself up the last second. Main menu. Continue game. Restart this day. Kinda gotta need a little help here to get out of the gate. X all tiles within reach. What is reach? Let's think about this. Thinking with Douglas begins here. Attacks all tiles within reach. Does that mean a certain distance? Does that mean line of sight? Does it split damage equally? Can I do an infinite amount of damage to all tiles that I could possibly see within reach equally? 15 damage per second to all targets? Or is that split? Doesn't seem like it's split, otherwise the damage would be certainly a lot less than what it has been. But it doesn't seem like it's been that great so far. I don't think this is going to be a map we'll be able to do. There's not enough coal on the top here for me to get that 80. But if I hold this up, it is giving me credit for all those things that are quoted in reach, but halfway through the day, nowhere near the quota. No coal is really near me for me to dig up. I don't have the damage to get through the layer. Thoughts going through my head here. I'm thinking about how to be successful in this. Trying to get over here to this big coal seam. But we are not going to have the time to do this. Ten seconds, I'm going to run to the end here to turn everything in. 50. Try again. Again, we're going to need to fish for a little bit of help here to start this one. Get in right away, see what we can do. Gonna try and angle ourselves to the left here. Decent distance from myself. Try to open this up just a little bit so I can get through. I'm touching a lot of targets here. Need these coal options on the left to burst so I can get some more of them. Might be doing it. Doing it live. In 10 seconds, threshold here. Jump. Good jump. Alright, made quota. Okay, we've successfully traversed day 2. Iron ore for sure. We are absolutely falling behind here. Don't have time for an upgrade on this. Let's actually walk that back slightly. Let's turn in this. Let's go for the copper one. For the primary reason of adding more time to our play here. We are absolutely struggling when it comes to just managing the problem of how do we get back. Get a couple ladders, be able to use those getting up. All right. Hold the sucker high. We got ladders to play with. Gonna go straight down and then maybe to the right. A strange type of game mode. Unique. Interesting. Obviously the damage is good comparatively to that first one. $160 ore to play with here as far as what we need today. Jumping seems to be a little bit scattered as far as damage goes. Don't really have the oomph yet to I know the people are going to be watching this and saying, I could have gone to the left, I could have gone to the right. I'm kind of just playing with the measurements of my feet right now, trying to learn the play. Do I stand on the corner? Am I angling out farther? What's the range feel in this? All right, I got a full inventory here. Let's make sure we get a ladder in place so deliver. Just holding down the damage here as I'm collecting the rest of our build up here. Okay. Met our quota already. We're just trying to, I guess, value farm as best we can, but also continue to learn this unique little orb play. Don't think we'll be able to break into any of these sapphires in a really productive way, but let's give it a shot. Guess we are able to. Your time helps immensely. We can get one more load if we can in. Right here, just dig this down a little bit. Hold the orb high. Reach for the star. Collecting emeralds. There we go. Alright, get a few, not quite 3 inventories full, but 2 inventories and some. Met the quota. A little bit extra cash on top. Obviously an improvement. See if we can look for an upgrade from there. We can get into the iron one now. Just shy of the sapphire. But as we know from the start, let's try to stair step this a little bit. Sure we're not going too far above our means. Really get us start snowballing this as best we can. I think we probably just need to... Alright, let's lean to the right. Let's go straight down a little bit. And then we'll use the ladder on the left. Come back up. And as we come back up and down, we'll be able to hold down our orb a little bit. And then we'll be able to attack some of those targets on the left-hand side. Get in here a little. I can't say it's going to be worth the time here to try to get this rate for any gold script or potential upgrades or any jumping, jump velocity or speed or attack damage. I don't think we're anywhere near that time frame. Alright, obviously the iron one is much better here. That's great to see. Throw this up. Higher on this one. There it is. I'm just gonna pick things up here as I'm running. Couple extra irons, emeralds, good. Probably about as far down as I want to dig right here. I want to drop into the lower area. I have a ton of time left in the day, so let's just stay in this little spot. Collect what we can. Gonna treat this like a comfort food moment. Don't stay out of the comfort range. drop some of these down to the ground here, pick it up. All right. Seconds, just trying to get to the last little bit of what certain food I've got. Definitely, I need to stand on 7 seconds that I bite off more than I can chew. 3, 2. I got the turn-in. Saw the loot at the top of the screen, played back, it disappeared down my inventory. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, that is for certain. Alright, now we have the sapphire one. Again, let's continue to... The emerald one, continue to stair step. That was awesome. Still no bonuses here. We're going to be playing with just ladders for the moment. Probably need to pick up a few extra. Do one infinity ladder just in case. Maybe we just start diving down here. Clearly this is substantially better. More concerned with the feel of this. And where are we at as far as pacing, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Where are we at with the dissolving of the area? How far away do I need to be? Where's true efficiency? I can't really point my attacks. Definitely feels more like a run that's going to require collectors to really maximize this, but to what point do I make that investment into collectors? Still definitively in the clay layer as far as comfort goes. Can't do chest yet. Got a decent amount of material here on the ground. Alright, let's do one more sweep. Then let's... I guess now we need to start collecting now here. This. Alright, start at the left. We got a ton of material on the ground now. Just collect it, make sure we're not missing any of these values. Even if it's just coal, it's still money. Got quota here. Should be fine on the quota though, but just again, I want to make sure. Try to get in this iron a bit. Have some more. Really would benefit from having a little bit bigger inventory, of course, a little bit better movement speed, infinitely more damage, but collectors for sure. A little bit quiet at the moment. I'm not trying to ignore anybody. Just want to... There it is. Get the materials in as best I can. Be efficient. Just thinking about my next step. Trying to eyeball the next move up to the surface. Time it takes to get to the top. I underbaked that. Could have got an extra jump in and the ultimate efficiency here. Still a better day. But not a great day. Don't have enough for... Really, the senior collector is going to be where we start taking off. I think that pretty much answered the question. Let's go ahead and save for the senior collector. Run the clay layer for sure. We got some ladders to play with. Let's not waste any money on an infinite ladder. Let's just see what we can do with the ladders we have and what we know to be the progress. We got a decent sized hole here below me just to the right. Let me see if I can kind of get that loot to kind of drop in that space. $900 hole for the day. Decent amount. Could be okay if we stay focused on it. Probably a good frame of mind to consider when you're trying to drop down on these nodes, holding it as high as you can to get the most bang for your buck. That we are, in fact, focus moment there. Apologies for the silence. We are, in fact, standing on two of them, 2 blocks at the same time. That'll help us to really stay above it. Definitely looks like we're going to need to have more damage before we go down to deeper layers. We're not going to be able to snipe out something on accident or otherwise. I definitely feel like this is one of the weaker starts. In this most recent patch, there was the tank and the aircraft. That was a good ladder choice there. Very, very powerful addition that tank was. And there's no doubt in my mind that this is certainly in its shadow. This bomber, but also patches can be fixed. Updated, tuned a little bit better. There is... Oh, there we go. Get some runs in. We got a ton of coal to collect still. And we got nothing good on the timing. Have enough coal right here. Full inventory full. Definitely enough. Will I be able to get that extra copper in the corner? LLC, a little bit extra iron. 13 seconds. No problem there. Oh, I got it. Sprint speed, 5%. Mute myself real quick. Gonna blow my nose. And back. Eventually I'll be able to do the recordings. I haven't quite figured out how to do any video editing yet, but I'll have the edits kind of get rid of that time. Good day. Got a good bonus there. We're moving. Emerald's still definitely in our wheelhouse, but we have enough. Finally get a collector. Not a senior collector. We can get a regular one, though. Or do we go for more time in inventory? And we do both. Yes, we can. Jump pack would be helpful. Back size just kind of goes to waste later. If we can avoid doing it early. All right, let's be cautious here. Let's get our timers, get our bonuses. We can help the collector out. Maybe get a couple of them here. And we got the whistle. We've also got the ladders. Get more of these suckers. Okay, there's that. Inventory wise, let's move over a little bit. Okay, well, we got 3 collectors. Got the whistle to get them home. Got a decent quota on our feet here. Let's see if we can get this moving. Try to move a little bit left to start. Keep the collectors moving. We'll try for this loot box over on the left here. Maybe we'll get lucky with a gold script. Start us out. Gold script. Forgive me, I think I was speaking definitely too quickly there. In person, I think it's easier to hear me and understand me than it is over the microphone. But not... It is certainly not the case that it's always easy to hear me and understand me, so I'm going to do my best to improve on that. Again, at the beginning of this live stream, I asked to please comment if you've had the opportunity to try to hear me and it's been difficult. Do my best to improve. Good stuff. Let's focus this down a little bit. Gold script indeed. Get it. Go back and forth. That was pretty efficient. Okay. I'm gonna focus down here on the left and just see if I can get this next chest. The collector's just gonna fill up instantly and go back to the top. Yes, what are we gonna get? Orb radius. Ah, so our first known improvement for the orb. That's gonna be spicy later. We're gonna get a lot of radius. Take up the whole screen. So it's gonna be a weak start and definitive, just absolute crushing amount of damage later, because we're gonna be able to touch so many different angles and spots at a great distance. That's cool. This is gonna be an interesting play. See if I can try to continue to develop that as we go forward here. Velocity, always helpful early. Absolutely useless later as we get the hoverboard, but start where you can. Alright, let's go here on the ladders. Start on the left, help them out. Ugh. Beautiful. Gonna be a good money day. That script was pretty awesome as I drop ladders jumping into the fold here. Why am I coming up to the top? I don't know. A little bit scatterbrained, thinking about potentials here for the orbs and how good that's going to be. See if we can get lucky with another script, maybe. Prometheus, good pickup. More Prometheus, good pickup. Drill down right here, get to the bottom of this. Daddle to the right. Get closer to the time. Gonna be a good money day, that's for certain. Well over quota. Coal's not obviously the only thing we've been picking up, so we'll be able to bring more of that to bear. Gotta make sure I also come home. Orb damage, okay. Do that. Clearly. More the better in that particular instance. Orb radius was gonna be... There it is again. Get it? Gotta get to the top here. Got amethyst to turn in, the emeralds and everything else. A little late on the whistle. Good round for material pickup, though. Glad we got the collectors. That certainly worked out to our favor. 8,000 in total. No real big equipment upgrades we can get here, but keep pushing the threshold. I think we'll be okay. Do I go for a jump pack? Do I go for inventory size here? Do I just say the hell with it? Bring in more collectors? I think that is the play. And I can just try to focus on getting chests best we can. A little overboard there. Couple infinite ladders. I don't know why, but at 400 pop, pretty good deal. All right, got a big quota this time. Let's see if we can really bring it together. Get a chest over on the left. Go try to get that again. Maybe get the golden script to start us off. Alright, since I've gone the route of more collectors instead of better inventory for myself, really need to make sure I just feed the beasts and just keep them going. Part of that will be just kind of test hunting and constantly doing damage. More orb radius, I think it'll be best if we can get that early on here. This time. Sprint speed though will be good. More orb radius. A little bit percentage will make a difference. Eventually it'll add up. Definitely going to be a snowballing skill with all the damage itself, the radius being the factor. Doesn't look like it's going to be an attacks per second benefit. But we can certainly at least play with that choice. Sprint speed again. Not really worried about the capacity of our guys at this moment. Only for the particular reason that they're going to have enough capacity to keep up with me. I just need to, again, keep feeding them as best I can. We're going to need to pay attention very closely this time around to make sure we blow the whistle in time. Still need a decent amount of coal yet. I am holding on to the coal in my inventory on purpose. Specifically, I want to hold on to it because it's the least amount of value. And I don't think we're going to be struggling to make value proposition on this one. I'm sorry, value. I meant quota. Quota we're trying to deal with here. So with that in mind, I'm just trying to make sure that we're good to go as far as money goes, because if we survive, great. Not the perfect wand, but the wand itself is a little bit tough. Got to decide what we're going to do. The rubies obviously being picked up over there. It's going to be important. Got to make sure that the guys take advantage of those and really bring those back to town. Those are worth quite a bit this early on. 500 a pop, gold-wise. A little bit of a bummer here as I work my way to the right. And our audio stopped. Promise you I wasn't trying to bore you with just my voice. Did have some music playing. There we go. As I sit here for a second, let the collectors catch up. Be a little loud. Pause. Anyone in chat mind telling me how the audio is? That'd be great. I did just make an adjustment of it, making sure it's a little bit on the lower side. Quota's good here. Just kind of make sure things, guys have stuff to pick up the last few seconds here. Let's blow the whistle in case anyone's got a full tank or something that they're sitting on. Not worried about those guys getting back to town, but I'd like to have seen those other guys made it back sooner. Show me the rubies. There they are, 2 grand. Around 11,000. Nice work. Get the silver. Debating here whether or not we're going to go silver orb or better employee. I think the better employee is the way to go. There was stuff left on the ground that last time. No point in doing the damage to drop more loot if we can't actually pick it up. Alright. See if we can keep it moving. 3,000 is the quota a day for coal. See if we can bring that home. At this point, I'm glad we can break the chest here pretty easily. What really needs to set us apart is we're going to need to be able to actively get gold scripts as best we can. Not this time, apparently. Damage is good. The gold scripts are really going to set us off here. If we can get 1, maybe 2 this round, really be doing ourselves well by getting that extra damage. Obviously, the depth to the stone area would be fantastic. Maybe even opening up a chest there to extend the range of the golden gun or the golden weapon. And really bring home a lot more inventory options. Everybody says here, more orb damage. We'll take that. 5% of pop is pretty good early on. Especially when you get a few of them like this we have in a row. Gonna add up really nicely for us as we continue to go down here. I don't think we have the real strength reliably to continue to beat up on the stone levels. But we certainly can give it a shot if we work our way down there towards the end of this round. Lean to the right a little bit as we open up this chest. Golden script. Gonna get down as far as we can go on this. Alright, pretty solid. Quick, get to the chest. Sprint speed again, keep it mobile. We got some ladders to play here, not tons. We end up seeing a chest we need to get to try to get those golden scripts again. That'll be an option for us. Also have a couple infinity ladders as needed. Not trying to jump unnecessarily as well. My strategy for jumping is to make sure I stay as high as I can as I work my way over to this chest. I don't want to be stuck below it to have to use ladders unnecessarily. And in this particular case, I'm working my way even farther left to really hone in on this secondary chest as well. We haven't got any jump velocity to help us with it, and we certainly don't have enough money yet to afford the jump pack, the wings, or the hoverboard, as we hope we will have in time. Oh, script. Get it done. Okay. Now, we did the deed. Let's see if we can get out of it, though. Another golden script. I mean, I can't say I hate this problem, but don't use my ladders on accident. That was a mistake. Okay, well, gotta make the best of what we can here. Okay, orb damage, 10%. Let me take it. Tons and tons of loot here. The blue layer loot is exponentially better than the rest. I need to burn a ladder here. Get back up to the higher level. The capacity is good. Let's go. Climbing speed's nice early, but it is a false pickup because you really can't maximize it as you go forward. Just make sure we're picking up as best we can. Jump velocity helpful, getting us around town. Collect capacity again. Climbing speed not helpful. Not great choices for these big chests. Would have liked to have seen some better options. Send our guys back. There's no way we're gonna be able to pick up all the loot. We traveled a little bit far to the left than we probably would have liked to have. But just kind of the way the game works sometimes. The golden gun doesn't benefit us the most if we just stay in one area of the town. Alright. Yeah, we did. Felt like we did a huge amount of explosion as far as loot goes, but we really just couldn't pick it up. Another problem of loot. Definitely another collector. Water gun might be a good choice here. Alright, let's do the water gun. We already got another collector this time around. And let's give this another go. Also, equipment-wise, let's get rid of these regular ladders and get a couple more of these just in case. I don't have the funds to have enough collectors to really maximize this. We really need to focus on getting down to the stone layer is really what we need to do. Let's make it a point here to get this. Script. Not the greatest one. We're here in the blue layer now. The blue layer. Here in the watered blue layer, the goal is just to try to do the damage. We're going to stay left here. There's a substantial pocket of just totality of things here on the left-hand side. Make sure we're just a part of it. Not too bad to break the stone blocks when they're watered. Double damage is always nice. Are we gonna be able to get 5,000 stone though? Is the bigger concern. I don't think we can just doing it like this. We're gonna need to have some help. What kind of help am I looking for here? I think I'm gonna look for script help. I think I got 4 chests and ice out on the left hand side here. Let's see if we can get down to these. Really bring them home, I guess. Good jump. Okay, more orb damage, always nice. No script here this time. Radius though. Alright, we're doing it. We're moving. We're clearing stuff pretty well with an emerald damage weapon in this clay area, but it's just not great overall. Gold script. Another shotgun though, unfortunately. See if we can mow through some. Alright, collector speed's gonna be the best choice here. Alright, let's water this up, get it done. Let's stay the course here and see if we can get this. Chests. One block. Not great. Jump velocity is what we'll take though. In the pinch. Not gonna get the quota for sure. Alright, we're gonna do a restart on this day. See if we can better ourselves from the preparation of the last round. Just too deep. I'm not fast enough with the turnover. And menu here. Alright, continue. Where did we go wrong? How can we improve? Is this actually the key? Not going to have the money necessary to get another senior collector though. Maybe we can. Let's see if we can squeeze this out. So we got math wise, we got, pick this up, we got 2,000 to play with. Know where we're gonna get there. And we can get 6,000 out of it, which still puts us short. But if we can't do the damage, then we can't pick it up. And if we can't pick it up, we can't do the damage. We are stuck between a rock or a clay rock and a hard place. We'll forego the water gun though this time because we have better choice for weapon damage. Yep. Okay, well, I guess we'll just try this and see where this takes us. This game's about snowballing, and we just haven't snowballed hard enough, long enough, to really maximize what we're doing here. Obviously, our damage is much greater with the silver weapon than it was with the emerald, but does that really put us in a better situation? I would argue, I don't know yet. Again, first time playing with this choice. How am I going to get up there to get that? Come on. Shotgun. Alright, let's get to this box, get the crate. Okay, that's pretty good. Orb radius, jump velocities could help us here tremendously. Okay, didn't want to wander down there, so perfect. Good start. Couple gold scripts are a great way to start this round. Do some collector speed here. Back up to this. Maybe more for gold scripts than anything else. Jump velocities, become helpful as well. Collector speed is good. Printing speed. Oh, why we not? Why does the game limit us in that way? Counterintuitive. Atheist. Start here. Fantastic. Full script? Nope. Okay, orb damage. Still okay. We'll take that. There it is. That extra velocity got us up here. What we get? Orb radius. We'll take 1% orb radius. Doesn't sound like a lot, but you guys have already seen the increased amount of area we're allowed to cover. That same amount of radius, so keep it moving. We're probably still optimal in the clay area. Don't do the damage we need to really push through the stone level. We're clawing away at a much faster clip to the right here. The silver weapon. I would expect it, but it's a type of damage and the way that we're able to direct it that really puts this orb into question. Whether or not it's going to be either a fun in some respects or productive way to play. Printer speed, I guess, here. I'd like to be down in the stone layer at this point for sure, but I really don't think I can reliably do that. I want to put us closer to quotas definitively. They'll certainly do here in just a few seconds. That's pretty good. Alright, we're at quota. See if we can get into this black rounded chest in the stone layer. Okay. Oh, big time. Big time indeed. Anytime you get the flame torch, you are living well. Not enough. A little bit late in the game for us to really maximize that. Rubies we're not going to be able to take advantage of. Script though, collector speed. Alright, let's get up with the base. Man, too bad that wasn't the first stone chest we were able to collect earlier. Can't win them all. Just standing here for the inevitability of this round is over. And maybe push them to go back to base real quick. No way they make it. $21,000. Okay. Now we're moving. Let's do 2 big collectors. Send it. Focus on chests here. We're just killing stuff as we go. We got enough, I think, oomph behind our ability to do damage in this clay layer. We need to do now. I don't even know what I clicked there. I think I just clicked the screen to click the screen and selected something unnecessary. Definitely the first time that's happened. Definitely won't be the last. Orb radius. More impactful we can get. Alright, let's play towards our strength here. We know we need to get materials. We know we need to get the good materials. So let's try to get this stone chest in. No water gun. We're just kind of doing this on the raw side. See if we can angle this at all. Got it. No damage. Collector speed. Useful. Alright, let's just skim to the right and see if we can find a chest on the ledge here. Between clay layer and the stone layer. Or at least close to it. Seems to be a bust. Go the other direction. The uniqueness of the attack style in this particular weapon is that we're always attacking kind of in every direction, and that's certainly useful. And if we get that more and more radius as we get farther down, if we can snowball this somehow, we'll be in that much greater shape to really handle that. Just don't know the process here and how best to do that. A lot of coal needed for this level, so let's just see if we can get a few of them here broken. Holding the orb as high as I can to maximize the radius I can get. Yeah, what would be really great here would be a golden script. Rubies, not a bad thing. Maybe it's not the optimum. There it is. Get some coal hits on the right. We are nowhere near damaged this round. This quarter, rather. Collector speed's helpful. It's not where we need to be, though. Hate to say it, we definitely need a gold script to get where we need to go here. Not another king. Okay. Need a gold script there badly. I think we might be SOL on this round and need to restart this one. Much as I hate doing that. Otherwise we'll just need to start from scratch again, which may not be a bad idea. Do the restart to the stream. In effect, obviously, I'm not going to restart the stream, but... Don't have the damage. Don't have... Huh. $1,000, but a poof. Well, that's too bad. Alright, what do we learn? Let's think about this. Think it out with me, chat. None of you here with me at the moment, but think about it anyway. I would say we need to start and get the iron orb as quick as possible. The iron orb, I think, is the key here, because that's the biggest snowballing start ever. If we got to stair step ourselves up each individual thing, might be tough. Maybe we should go copper first, if possible, and then jump to sapphire. Either way, though, we just need to be able to snowball early. The early snowball is really where we're going to see the potential of this build. Otherwise, we're going to just get left behind by the quotas getting to be unmanageable. So we go here, 15 damage a second to 35, more than double. Then 50, not doubling from copper, not even close. But then 100 to sapphire, which is a doubling of the iron, more than 3 times the copper. Price-wise, only about, that's 3 times the copper, so that makes sense. Maybe that is the right method here. 150, then 500. We might have gone about this last round all wrong. Well, let's go. Let's aim for Shoddy Orb. Turn the music back on. Shoddy Orb, copper, and then copper to sapphire, sapphire to silver, and then from there we should be able to snowball pretty well. Yeah, the jumps from there are reasonably good. Okay, that's our game plan. Let's start with there. Shoddy Orb, copper, copper to sapphire, sapphire to silver, and we'll do our best to manage our employees in the collector sense. Obviously, our time, collections, maybe even some movement options here as best we can from there. All right, that's our plan. What do we need here? We don't need to have the greatest start, but we need to have a good enough start to get the copper orb. That's really the threshold we're playing with to begin, right out of the gate. More than enough on the of the 40 quota here, the start for the coal right below us. We'll be focusing on that. Perfect. Trying to aim the orb as best I can to give us the most bang for our buck. I don't think we're going to fill up an inventory here. I want to make sure we have a good stair step ladder to get out. So I'm just trying to get as much from the copper here that we have. I'm sorry, copper, I meant coal. 10 seconds. We got a break. Perfect. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Let's go. Alright, more than enough. Not enough for really that much more. Maybe in the most critical of ways, I could have gotten just a little bit. Alright, equipment. Did we get enough? What's our threshold here? 900. This doesn't sell for really anything. So we need to get at least 800 to get copper. 820 technically. That's going to be at least 2 rounds then. Unless we can really get this to start really well. Let's try again. From the top. Orb standard. Day 1. Let's go. Oh. We're going to fish a little bit here. See if we can get a really... Day 2? No. The menu. Standard. Orbis. Now we're flying through the menu here options. Just bear with me. We hunt for something here. That's not going to get us where we need to be. And menu. New game, standard. Scrolling to the right. Orbis. Standard. Alright, start day 1. This looks terrible. No. Let's be realistic. We can't have a game with a hole to start. We need all of the things we're going to attack really within that first little drop down. This seems okay on its face, but is it? I don't know if this is going to get us where we need to go as far as value goes. We need to get into this this coal area. Give me for the mix up there, copper or coal. We need to get into this coal area as soon as possible. Just sit here and damage it as best we can. I think I really need to get more than 1 trip in to the base. But is that reasonable? That's not enough. Disappointment surges through my veins here. Well, we know we can get it at the end of day 2, so let's still aim for that goal, but we're just a day behind our optimum goal. Yeah, I think that sounds fair. Alright, let's try. Pretty optimum start right here. Got a lot of coal to the left of us. Good amount of coal to the right. A little bit of iron mixed in. We got some copper actually on the left. Right. We're doing this pretty optimum here. All right. Good round, quick and easy. We actually made 900, mostly because of the daily bonus though. But it puts us right in line where we wanted to be as far as equipment goes. It gives us this copper, which is more than double our current. Iron is better, but for the cost to benefit ratio, it's not nearly as good as the sapphire is. So let's leverage that. Perfect. Also pick up a couple of platforms, I think would be best. 31. All right. We're off. Need to work toward the sapphire one, and the goal between now and then is to really focus on getting enough for the time extension. Need to get this quota, then we need to get the time extension. We can get more bang for our buck in day 4, which is where we hope to solidify our funds for. Really, sapphire should be within our grasp of that. We can do this pretty well. What do we have? Not enough. Keep digging. Gonna have to fix this up in one go. We have enough? Is the question. Barely. But what? What? Get there. Oh, man, come on. Barely. Barely got there. Good day. All right. Get our bonus in. 500 with every penny. Equipment wise, we have another day like that, which I think we can guarantee. We're good to go. Do we spend the extra little bit of money to do the inventory slots? I say yes. Make a small investment for the bigger future. I think the right side looks better here. Let's go with that route. I'm trying to stair step this as best I can so I can guarantee my escape when the timer comes down. Let's use a couple platforms, I think, to really get back up to the top. Platform right here. We'll stand on it and just mine this little corner for coal. Get it? Okay. Halfway through the day. We're doing all right. How we doing inventory wise? 3 times what? 6, 7, 8. Not quite there yet. We're there yet. We'll definitely have it. Great. B, perfect. We didn't blah blah blah. We did not use this method of standing on a platform last playthrough attempt, so this is certainly a step up strategy wise, I think. Need to do this real quick. Plenty of inventory space. Easy clear path up here. Let's sit here for a moment and just try to get some of these bigger touches of ore. Five seconds. We're turning. Get there. I just missed it a little bit. An okay day. Made our quota. Equipment wise, we can get the sapphire, which is the plan. Let's stay with the strategy. Bam. Strategy. Also get. Nope, let's not get. I can't get more time, which is obviously going to be a big step forward here. We need a collector and we need time to really maximize going forward here, but we were able to utilize some platforms and that was helpful. Okay, well, the next day, got a new weapon to be better, much more spicy. See, we can actually work over towards our those chests over there on the left or the right. Either left. I was trying to get to those spots on the left with my orb ray. Much smoother going through here though with the upgraded weapon, as expected. But it's also nice to see it actually just working. All right, we got 2 spots here. See if we can maximize these. Orb damage 5%. We'll take that any day of the week and twice on Sunday. Golden weapon. Just securing our daily quota here. That's all we're doing. That was a good use of our time. Utilizing these platforms is a good way to go about this. We're not constantly stuck in a collapse. We are full on material. Let's make sure we get a drop off here early. Do more than once. Make sure we get our quota in. Short of it, should be fine. A lot of material here. Okay, our quota's done. Win that battle. Alright, we're gonna get some of these iron pieces here. Iron being the more profitable of the ores here early on. Collected. Iron below us. Plenty of inventory space. Can we get this iron here right below us? Shouldn't be a problem. We'll love this. It's all good. Let's use a platform to get up here. Don't want to make a mistake and not turn in this stuff. As I have the wrong button selected. Damage platforms unnecessarily. When you're trying to be efficient and all you're doing is mucking things up for the people out in the streets. Come on, get back there. Alright, great day. Weapon improvement was substantially big. We were able to really leverage that towards our benefit. And while we're not anywhere near our silver option here, we are certainly moving in the right direction. We can add more time. We can also get another employee here, which is exactly what we're going to do. Get a few more platforms here, just never know. Might spam a few on accident, and that would be short what we need. Alright, big upgrades today though. We got time, another collector, max out our platforms. Our strategy is working. Our next equipment upgrade is definitely going to be this silver orb here. I think we're probably 2 days out from that. But that would be very much in front of our last attempt. Keep it moving. I think we need to get this chest on the left on the way. Maybe we can get lucky with a gold script that's not a shotgun. Not the most effective of gold scripts, especially early on. We really utilize it to a pretty good degree though, uncovering a lot of coal. But I think there's probably a better way to go about benefiting that way with a different weapon. Amethyst, worth quite a bit. Obviously, we'll happily turn that in. Actually drop the amethyst here in the sapphire for our collector to pick it up. Keep them busy. But up from there while we still can very easily. Collector's doing a good job keeping up with us. Pacing wise, I'm not unhappy with the day's progress. I'd like to see us go a little bit farther. Let's get up there. There's meat up there. We need to pick off the bone. I can make that jump, right? Let's just run over here to this chest, see if we can get lucky with something. Almost halfway through the day. Progress is good. Music is pumping. It's part of that YouTube audio library for usage here on streams or otherwise. Comes the drop. Nothing to help really is our benefit us, but Not a bad circumstance. Get up to the. Okay. Tabitha. I don't think we need Tabitha. I don't think it really would be that maximizing of a benefit to us. Don't find her to be a good investment without consistency, and we haven't really found that yet here. Maybe we'll get there in this run. I don't know if we will, though. We certainly don't think, I think we'll need it in this particular playthrough. Just don't know that we'll find the cost to benefit ratio of some of those gems, especially early on here. Time addition, though, has been a huge boon to this run. Got plenty of platforms here. Let's continue to add them. Our jumping can be smooth all the way back up to the top. Six seconds left. We don't have a whistle. We're just trying to get as much loot as we can out of our guy. Make sure we get up to the top ourselves. Again, drop in extra platforms for no reason other than just wanting to make sure I spend that money. 2 gold per. Been a good run so far today. All right. $6,000. Now we know the emerald is more damage, but it is substantially more money here. Only 50% boost. Is it worth it? Or more collectors? And we forgo the need to come back and forth to pick things up. I think that's a smart move here. Stay with where we're at. Do 2 more collectors. Maybe even pick up a whistle here. And really focus on just getting that loot to the ground. Let's picking it up. Then we can try to jump up to that silver. Quota's not going to be a problem here. We got plenty of people working on our behalf. Play is obviously a pretty good medium for us at this damage range. I don't really want to dive down just yet to take on more from the lower layer in stone. Don't think we have really the might to push through those stone blocks just yet. That was a pretty successful little platforms there. All right, let's see, try our luck here and getting. There it is. Gold script. Ooh, very good. Two gold scripts in a row. Very, very lucky. Okay, we get a moment here. I don't think there's any doubt. We go left with this gold script. We get both of these next two crates on our screen, and then we try to carve out, if we can, the silver right here in this little vein as we go. And the ultimate benefit would be right here on the left hand side of this one, because it's right there proximity wise. There's also some here in the north. Pretty big. Let's go with collector speed here. Really focus this out. Pretty much got everything we were hoping to get here. Orb radius, fantastic. Collector speed. Not gonna do much damage down in this area, but we have a good pathway to go up. We kept that in mind when we gather our weapons. Those guys get back down. Get back down there to deal with that. But my job here is just to feed them material this whole time. Don't think it'll be a problem, given that we had multiple gold weapons that were useful. I guess now the question is, for this last second, do I need to take a moment to decide whether or not I'm going to be bringing anything up? I think we probably should. Okay, well. Be smart, use your brain, and actually drop things off first. The reason why I changed my mind about dropping off loot here is because I don't think that the collectors have the capability of actually collecting all the loot that was dropped down there. So I'm going to go down there and help them. Trying to make sure I have enough here to... perfect. I got distance and range. What you've been doing is doing some loot collecting here. And we're trying to get to that silver damage weapon. That's going to be the goal. Picked up silver, so I'm in the money there. Just need to make sure I pick up as much of it as I can. Perfect. Sapphires. How about that? Let's get rid of some coal. How about we get rid of some coal? Sapphires, good. Plenty of other sapphires to get this. Let's try to get those too. More sapphires, more sapphires. More emeralds. Okay, good value. Good value here. Beautiful. Alright, back to the top. Good pickup. A lot of valuable things in my inventory I'm in control of. This way I have the collectors just picking up the other things, the necessary loot, but also not the highest value. Don't know how I missed that jump, but there we go. Alright, good. That was the primary thrust of that down there. Make sure you get the silver. I really can't crack into that layer of stone with this weapon, so I'm just going to stay where I know I can be solid at. And that's going to be here dealing with a couple of chests. If I can get these 3 chests, I'm not looking for anything other than just a little bit of orb radius, a little bit of extra loot in the meantime here. That would be fantastic. If we end up getting a golden ticket again, we just head down the bottom as best we can to get another stone chest, which are just that much. Or do I take this value and go with it? A little late. Wouldn't matter. I wouldn't be able to get another plate chest anyway. Big run. Dare I say, big run. Ooh, we're there. Done. Mission accomplished. Day 8. Where does that put us in the context of our previous attempt? I'm not sure. Alright. Keep her moving. really don't have. I'm going to be diving down into this one. I guess let's just get some more equipment. How about some affinity ladders? Put our inventory here. Okay, let's go there. Here we go. For gold scripts and anything else we can utilize for our benefits. Minor speed, jump velocity would be good. As we know, our damage is good in this layer for sure. Just picking some things up as we're strutting around. We have 4 chests we kind of veered in on the way. Gold ticket. Get through this real quick. Gold ticket. Good extension. Orb radius is primary to that. Gold ticket. Gold ticket. Let's get down to some of these stone chests. I got plenty of time for it. How about orb damage? Fantastic. Nothing great here. Let's go with collector capacity. Another extension. Keep going with the benefits to the characters as best we can. Fortune collector speed. One more. Orb damage, we'll take it. Okay, wow. That was incredible as far as back to back to back to back. Kind of a tough ride on the way back up here. I'm going to move back up to the clay layer just to see if I can maximize something of this other side closer to the base. I know we have tons of material for them to pick up. I don't even know where my starting point is anymore on this particular thing. Right above us. We'll use one of our infinity ladders here in just a second. Go to here. Okay. Digestible. No velocity. Alright, we definitely just need to pick up loot and go. We're going to be collecting today. What do we need to be collecting for primarily? Well, we got the weapon we want, but we need bigger weapons. We need more people. We just need it. Need to be greedy. Just get the stuff on the way down so it's easy to have. Get these 2 chests over here. No, didn't get what I was trying to hit. Bunch of whiffs. Alright, well. Let's focus on the silver, I guess. Silver full. Silver up. Yeah, we're good. 30 seconds, then I'm back. Am I gonna be able to get back up here? Leaning towards no. No, that would be bad. That would be bad. No, 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 no. Yelling and screaming, loud noises, loud noises. Look at that, didn't even make quota. All the material on the ground and didn't make quota. Well, I get to let that be a lesson to us. Do better. Always swole on that one. Okay, well. Unfortunately, we didn't conquer and kick butt on the Orbist. We definitely had 2 playthroughs. Second one, much better than the first. A good improvement, I'd say. Glad to see it. But unfortunately, just not the outcome we were hoping for. But we'll get there. We'll work on it. We'll think about it. We'll use some platforms like we did the second time for carving out a better spot. We'll continue to grow upon this. And knowing that the copper orb was the way to go to the sapphire, and then kind of just to grind it out a little bit towards the silver with maybe a script in the first few days to kind of push us over the top for income. I think that is the way to go. Obviously, getting the first upgrade for storage is huge. A couple of extra workers. We're on the way. This has been a Basil Gaming production. And again, my name is Douglas. Happy to have been with you all for the last 2 hours or so. It is always nice to be a part of something. Hope some of you will join us and continue to go forward from there. Other than that, thank you very much. Please comment in the video comments below to see what you want to see. Speak to me about what type of games you want us to play or consider on the channel in the future. I'd like to, of course, just see where things are going. See what you're up to. And this should be a good time. Beyond that, though, thank you very much for the time. Good luck to everybody. Have a wonderful day. And this has been, again, a Basil Gaming production. Douglas, have a wonderful day.